Welcome to a windy and cold Birmingham city centre. Behind me there is the council house, and next to that the town hall, which you probably can't see. And I am heading to London using the Flixbus service, which I've never used before. I have used coaches quite a lot, but this will be a new one for me. And the Flixbus bus stop is just there, with lots of people already waiting. We're about 20 minutes from departure, in front of University College Birmingham. Now, why am I taking the Flixbus? Well, not because it's the most comfortable, according to the reviews, and certainly not because it's the cheapest, because it wasn't. But I wanted to try it out. I've heard so much about it, and I have a bigger journey planned with Flixbus later in the year, so this will be a good opportunity to give it a go. It's only 3 hours, it's fine.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board of Flixbus service to London Victoria via Finchley Road. For your own safety, please. And ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our first stop, which is Finchley Road. Don't forget to take your personal belongings with you. Thanks for choosing Flixbus. Have a good day. Thank you.
I'm at Victoria Station, and I'm here to do something that I've never ever done before. I'm going to take the Megabus. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never been on it before. So I was due to go to Birmingham from London on the train. Avanti West Coast sent me an email this morning saying, sorry, your train is cancelled. Do you want your money back? So I went, sure, I'll fill in the form, get money back. Not realising in my haste that I could have just taken a different train on that same ticket. They would have let me. I look at tickets for today on the train, and they're hugely expensive, way more expensive than they were when I booked 2 months ago. So somebody said, oh, why don't you go and take the Megabus? And I checked online, couldn't believe it. Tickets cost £5.50 from London to Birmingham on the Megabus. That's less than what I paid for a sandwich and a drink this morning. I'm a little nervous about what the experience is going to be like. Also not filling me with confidence is looking at the queue. I'm here an hour early, and there are many Megabuses leaving from here, and every one at the gate has loads of people, maybe 40, 50 people queuing up to get on. With the cheap price comes a bit of a rush. I was too late to book a seat, to confirm a booked seat, but I do have a ticket, so they will let me on. Also, what's worrying me, why does my ticket say it's going to take 4 hours to go from London to Birmingham? That's a 2-hour journey. Are they stopping at lots of different places along the way? Is this a bit like taking the train? Because I know when I do National Express, which is how I normally travel by coach, it is about 2.5 hours, and they usually arrive early. So yeah, lots of reasons to be worried, but I'm going to go get a coffee and relax before I have to join the crush to get on the Megabus. First one on, and it's nice and empty. Where shall I sit? Maybe this wasn't a bad choice after all, because this one doesn't seem busy. The one going before was really busy, which scared me. But this one seems quiet. I've worked out why it takes 4 hours to Birmingham, because it does stop in several places. It goes towards Heathrow Airport, then Reading, then heads up north after that. So it's going a long way around, but should be alright. It seems clean enough, but I'm not taking any chances. Wrapping this on my hands and this little tray table. Hopefully I don't get dysentery or cholera. I've even got some USB charging down here. I don't know, it's very dark, so you may not be able to see. There you go, that blue light there. According to a poster on the wall, you can track your coach as it goes, but looking at their website, very few of them are actually trackable. I'm not quite sure why. This one certainly isn't. Disappointing. Just noticed something. There are no seatbelts. No seatbelts? Why not? Right, we're all boarded. Looks like we're about, what, 70% full? Something like that. And 2 minutes to go, but he might leave early.
Gentleman was sure to be arriving at Heathrow Central Bus Station for Terminals 2, Terminal 3 and all connections for Terminals 4 and 5. It's all passengers for Heathrow Airport for all terminals next stop.
45 minutes later, we're at Heathrow. Another 45 minutes and we've arrived at Reading train station. Next stop, Birmingham. Welcome to Birmingham. I'd like to tell you it's not usually this grim, but that would be a lie. But we have arrived very early. We've arrived about 20-ish minutes early. And the good thing about the Megabus stop here in Birmingham is that it's just across the road from New Street Station, which is perfect. So how was the journey? Oh, let me get out of the rain and I'll tell you when I get to where I'm going. So it's the next day and far sunnier in Birmingham than it was yesterday, that's for sure. So yeah, I told you, it is nice here sometimes. But what did we think? Well, I've had time to digest, think about what went on over the last few days and comparing Megabus to Flixbus. And the reality is that you can't ignore the price difference. Okay, I paid £4.50 for the Megabus. I paid twice that for the Flixbus. Now, that's still a small price to pay, but it is a big difference percentage-wise. What do you get for paying double on the Flixbus? Well, you get Wi-Fi that works. You get tracking that shows you on the app or on the website where your coach is and where it's going. You get seatbelts. You get a much cleaner experience, I thought, because my tray table certainly was a lot cleaner on FlixBus than it was on Mega. But I actually paid more than double for the FlixBus. I paid extra to sit on the front row. That was £2. Then I paid almost double again for the seat next to mine so that I could travel what they call neighbour free. So it's a bit of a posh coach journey, if there can be such a thing. But I was happy to pay that because the experience was so much more comfortable having no one next to you. And one thing I will say is if I had to and I didn't have much money, I would take the Megabus, no problem, it's fine. Yeah, no seatbelts, no Wi-Fi, etc. But generally, I would prefer FlixBus. They are on a par with National Express, essentially, and their prices are usually reasonable. So, for that kind of journey, 120 miles or whatever it was, £7 to £12 is standard. You can pay for the extras if you want. You don't have to, though. It will still be a comfortable experience. Both of them, in fact, had quite good legroom. I love that they both supply USB, and it works. It works just fine. Just remember to bring a long USB cable with you, because the USB will be in an awkward position almost certainly in between the seats in front of you down at the bottom. Which would you prefer? Tell me in the comments. Personally, I will be taking the Megabus again. You can't ignore that ridiculously cheap price. Lots of people take that journey, they're fine, and I'm sure I will be too, so I will be going on it again. But at the same time, I will definitely be taking the FlixBus soon, because I'll be going on an international journey on the FlixBus. That'll be interesting, coming up on this channel in a few months. So, like and subscribe and all that jazz. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye!